final testimony here. This is from Nathaniel. I just found this, and it speaks to me on a lot of levels. Too many forget that the continuance of a people should come from the love of one's own people, and not a hate for the other. I hate the mistakes I made. I wear them every day, and some I even wish I could take back. But time is merciless and flows only forward. I'm trying to rectify them, but some I may just have to live with. It's an uphill battle. Listen to this guy, No White Guilt.
Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, No White Guilt,
Everything from being a man, to encouraging your kin to face tattoos, to how you identify yourself and your beliefs, to discerning your motivations for why you want to see the children of the West survive. Don't make my mistakes. You'll feel like a fool otherwise. Don't make my mistakes. That's from Nathaniel Nelson. A warning to him about the warnings that he wished he had somebody share with him.
Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, No White Guilt, Listen to this guy, No White Guilt, No White Guilt.
Roll in. How is everybody doing? Is anybody here? How are we doing? It looks like a few folks have shown up. I guess we won't have many. Let me take a look at this document, and I believe I did have it out and ready, but I don't see it now, so I'll just look at it over here. Can you all hear me okay? Those of you who are here, looks like we should be rolling fine on all of these different platforms, but Odysee was having quite a little bit of trouble while we were on PWR, and I don't see. Maybe it is. Oh, it does appear to be working, so that's good. Anything anybody want to talk about before we roll out on this roll in? It's great to be here with everybody. Very excited about the week. We're going to see. Well, there you go. It's up and rolling. Captain Penguin is with us. Hello to you, Art Acrobats. Looks like the true champions are, many of the true champions are. Hey, there's Intellectual Embargo. Great to see you, brother. We're going to be talking about you. The great Four Null is with us. Hello, champion. Rory, Isabella, Baldor, another great champions. Great to see you all. Douglas, the irate home bum. Magnificent Kevin, great to see you. Wonderful to see everybody who has shown up today. I appreciate it. We just got a couple things we want to go over. And Intellectual Embargo says Odysee has been seeing a lot of new traffic and has needed to expand their tech. Well, that's a good thing. Growing pains are a good thing. It's irritating for content producers, of course. Baldor says audio is fine. Thank you very much for the feedback, good brother. And what did you all think? Were you watching PWR? It ended up going really well, I thought. I mean, we had the technical difficulties there with the guest. I think it was, he said that he normally had no problem uploading and or live streaming rather and uploading. And he did a test on the bit rate and it was sufficient. Several things can go wrong though when your Wi-Fi, and who knows what's happening for him at a hub somewhere. It might be an issue at a hub. So there's nothing that he can do about it, nothing that we could do about it. That's just the kind of thing that happens. I think though, you know, looking back on television when I used to observe, they had the news, they had more technical difficulties more often than we have. So I think that's really saying something, but it also makes this it also makes it real. Looks like the audio, is the audio? Okay, it's right. Very good. So Elaine Sabatino is here. Great to see you, sweet sister. Fornull is filling us in with some info saying the Odysee had a problem with their service. It appears to be working right now, but it started working toward the end of PWR, but I, at least, was unable to write into the live chat. Every time I clicked the live chat, the little box to write into the live chat, it immediately took me to a page to sign up for Odysee that was not entirely complete. So I'd say they're having a problem or two. I'd say that's a problem. It's been the tech guys. You know, you walk down to the tech department and it's always in the basement, or often in the basement, isn't it? And you walked out and you hear like screaming and you see smoke coming out from under the door and things, you can hear things being thrown and falling, big crashing, and you open the door and you know, flames belch out from inside the tech department. Things are going wrong. Things are going wrong. So you just walk away and you think, well, I guess I'll work tomorrow when things are a bit calmer. Fornull says it just came back a few minutes ago. It was down for a while, and they said they were rebooting their servers. Rory says, what's the painting on the wall behind you? Great question, and thank you so very much. Because, folks, one of the things I'm going to talk about here at the very beginning and at the end of this roll-in, aside from anything you all might want to talk about, I would definitely like to address any of that. We're not going to be here long, and this time I mean it. So I've got too much to do for White Wellbeing at the moment. So that is called Fire and Cosmic Clay. You're talking about the one on the wall, of course. Fire and Cosmic Clay, and that is by the one and only magnificent artist Groundhog Fury. And this, my friends, that painting on the wall will eventually be available for as a collectible on the collectibles store in the future. I think we will make that available when we make the audio book available. And so you will be able to get one yourself and then put that beautiful work of art on the wall. This, of course, is, as you can see there, that is Prometheus Ithelia, and from my book, Prometheus Rising. And in his right hand, he has the flame of life, and in his left hand, he has the cosmic clay, and it is the combination of those two things that create life. Inert matter is the just the cosmic clay. But he is, in that moment, the Groundhog Fury has depicted him. He is making the cosmos. He is making what they later named Vedya in that story. So the book cover, as you can see, is right here. It's Prometheus Rising, Take Back Your Destiny. And the reason why this is out, and the reason why there is a stack of the books back there behind me, is because this coming Sunday, during the Going Free Gathering at 5:30, so a half an hour into the Going Free Gathering, we are going to go live over to Imminent Rain's channel, and we are all going to watch together the premiere of song number 7, is it called A New Dawn Rising. Is that what it is? Let's see. I think I have it up right here. And yes, A New Dawn is Rising by Imminent Rain. And there is, along with, and I got to mute myself over on Entropy there. Along with that song, that magnificent song, which I have already heard, it is truly, it's epic. You're gonna love it. So make sure you don't miss that. Is a music video, again, another music video made by Groundhog Fury, which is just truly beautiful. And they're both wizards. And thank God they have come to Going Free and White Positivity, because they're going to do so much with their immense talents and initiatives and things they would have never been able to do otherwise. And we're going to celebrate them. And after we watch the premiere on the Going Free Gathering, and of course, you're free to just go over to the premiere if you'd like. Probably best to have the premiere open as well, so that Imminent Rain gets the numbers for the premiere. And perhaps it will help to be suggested to other people. So maybe that's the best thing to do, is to have both open, or at least be over there during the premiere. And then after the premiere, Imminent Rain himself is going to join us, and we're going to talk for a little while about the piece and the album that he's making to tell the story of Prometheus Rising in music. 9 pieces total. This is song number 7. And everyone has been just truly a wonderful work of art, and definitely tunes to rock out to. And this is no different. I think you're going to be really impressed, very impressed with Groundhog Fury's work. We're going to talk about, I'm going to read a statement from Groundhog Fury as well, while Imminent Rain is with us. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of a video, because I don't know if it's a video that he made, which is really fantastic. It's titled, I think it's Anti-Asian, what is it called? Anti-Asian, and then anti-white, something or other. We'll pull it up. I'll have it for you all then. But he did it's beautifully scripted, and he did some really awesome, I don't know what you would even call it. Not cinematography, I don't guess, but he took a movie and he changed, you'll see, changed the races. It's really something. So I'm going to share a bit of that so you all know, hey, who this Groundhog Fury guy is. You'll subscribe to him on his channel, and you'll go subscribe, but not just on YouTube, but wherever else he has a channel, because you know how the anti-whites are. Even though we, in service to White Wellbeing, invite everyone of all immutable characteristics to assist us in putting an end to anti-whiteism. The anti-whites, you never know. They're interesting folks. So we will have that on Sunday. It's going to be a great gathering. And then tomorrow we're going to have Tap. It's going to be Jared George and myself, as always, and a guest or two. So make sure you don't miss that as well. Now let's get on to the lyrics. Have you written lyrics for First Last's new anthem that he is making? Have you written lyrics? Have you reached out to me and I have missed them? So far, I have sent lyrics from Lycomedies and Sloths over to First Last. And anyone else, if you've written lyrics, you think that you might have lyrics that would work for First Last, and you would like him to see those and maybe consider your lyrics, reach out to me. You can do so on Twitter. DM is a really easy way to reach out to me. If you reach out to me through nowhiteguilt.org, make sure that your first line says something about lyrics, because I'm inundated, which is a wonderful thing, from all of you, so many wonderful people. But that means that then something that is precise like this then just gets kind of mixed up, and I end up missing it. So you may have sent something already. Let's make sure you get it to me. If you try on Telegram, try, I guess, every day, because on Telegram, or maybe like a couple times a day, so that when I look, you are near the top, because Telegram is useless in this respect. In an hour, you can be 30 rungs down, and I'm not digging that far. I just don't have the time. So it's just a time constraint that can't be overcome. So get your lyrics in, and you can also write into the thread here your lyrics, and I guess under this video, that's an option. Also bring my attention to, hey, here's some lyrics for First Last, and here's my name. But be prepared that if you contact me by that route, that's the only means I have to reach back out to you. So if First Last wants anything more from you, or if he wants to actually communicate something to you, then I'm going to need to be able to reach you there and have you reach back out to me on one of the other more private services so that we can have a conversation. And I will remind everybody that I'm sure everybody's submissions will be fantastic. And but of course, First Last is going to be looking for what he thinks will better fit a song that you all don't even know, you don't even hear. And so the ones he does not choose, that does not mean that he has any bad feeling or sentiment or thought about what you wrote. It just means that he thinks that the one he chooses is best for that piece of music. That's all. That's all it means. He was worried. He doesn't want people to think that he is feeling anything negative toward lyrics that he doesn't choose. So I just want to make that very clear. Promethean Healing is here. Hyperborean Dream, Isabella, the Dr. Dinger, and Watt Tyler. Great to see you all. If you all have something you want to talk about before we get out of here, which will be very soon, for one thing, because I am starving, and then I've got to get back to work in service to White Wellbeing. I'm going to scroll up to see if I missed anything. And but make sure you tag me if you do have something. And I do have D Live open, and I don't know if anybody can write over there on Odysee yet, but it does appear to be working. Make sure you tag me, and I will then respond. I see Sterling Price is over there, Timmy is over there, Space Hopper, Carlisle Cockatoo is with us. Hello, sweet lady. And I think the rest here were here earlier when we were playing the music. When we did the pre-show rock, by the way, to PWR, I told those who were with us at the pre-show rock that if any of them could get the guest on PWR to say, what was the word I chose? Triceratops, without asking Mark to get the guest to say it, that I would give them $100. And maybe that'll be a way to get more people to join us during the pre-show rock. But it's something fun, something silly. We'll see. Maybe I'll make the word a little bit more doable in the future. Triceratops would have been really tough. I guess you could have asked the question. If you're creative, you could have maybe to ensure that your question gets asked of the guest. Of course, he didn't stay because of the technical difficulties, but you could super chat Mark and then describe a triceratops and then ask the guest, what kind of dinosaur is this? Then you would have got the money. I would have paid out. It was a real offer. That would have been fun. Hyperborean Dream says, I want to see Jason's point of view in his studio. I've shared the picture before. It's changed a little bit since then with choice individuals who are in service to White Wellbeing. I still have that photograph, and maybe I'll take a new one. But as far as the old one goes, if you are still a big participant you are really active in service to White Wellbeing, just let me know that you would like to see what I'm looking at, and I will send you the photograph. So the chat leapt on me. Let me move again. The next thing I want to talk about, and he's in the chat right now, is intellectual embargo. And he had a magnificent video. He's done, I think you've done another one since the 3 that I told everybody about last week or so. And there was one, A Deadly Affliction, that it was titled, I think. And that one was magnificently powerful. It was truly a great video. Intellectual Embargo is doing amazing, fantastic work in service to white well-being. He has a calm delivery. It's the kind of delivery, tone of voice that I can tell a lot of people would be interested in, would find both entertaining and educational, and also the kind of tone and delivery that people will be patient enough to listen to. So if this had been earlier days on YouTube, years ago, Intellectual Embargo would easily have tens of thousands of subscribers by now, and right on his way to probably six figures. So YouTube, of course, the anti-whites there, that video, they took it down and they gave him, I believe, a strike. I don't know if the strike was lifted, and he's got he's unable though to upload for a week, I think, still, or do they give that back? But the video is not allowed up. But you can find the video over on his Odysee channel, and so fingers crossed on Odysee. And we have looks like Fornull is with us, and he's got a wrench. I don't think anybody else. Fornull, could you? Oh, you're not gonna. Would you be able to look up? Would you be able to look up Intellectual Embargo on Odysee and then share his link in the live stream? There's a reason why I'm not and can't. It's sort of like an ear is against the door sort of thing. I'm going to be able to drop it in the live stream. Rub-a-Dub Media is with us. And James is with us. The video YouTube took down is how many whites die to anti-whiteism each year, hush crime. So that's the full time. Maybe is what I said was on the thumbnail. Was that what it was? And he says he still has a strike on the channel. Fernald says, sure. Thank you so much for that. So folks, please follow Intellectual Embargo on YouTube. You can get right into the search bar on YouTube. You can narrow it to channel titles, put in Intellectual Embargo, subscribe to him there. But more importantly, you're going to have to follow him over at Odysee and spread and share his work on Gab, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever, because vagues out there are going to hear his delivery. He's using the lexicon. It's magnificent. There's a great pace. The way he puts the narrative together is very powerful, and will really be something that I think a lot of folks will find amenable. And so Intellectual Embargo, we could really help him with all of his talent to become a real powerhouse for white well-being. So let's do that. Let's work to make this. Let's elevate another one of our brothers, and together, there we go. Thank you, Fornull. Together we can raise all of our ships by doing so. So let's do that. Thank you so much, Intellectual Embargo, for those videos. That was for those who got to see it on YouTube. The one that was deleted on YouTube. You'll know why I was so high on that particular video, and you'll be able to now watch it on Odysee as long as it's up and rolling and stays rolling. I imagine Intellectual Embargo's channel is functioning just fine right now there. Rory Herbert says, what do Virginians eat? Succotash, perhaps? This Virginian is really abstemious. I guess it's typically in Virginia, it's typical American fare. And in some parts of Virginia, you'll have like the grits and things like that for the South. But typical American fare, I would say, of most of Virginia. When it comes to me, it's quite different. Let's see. The Irate Homebum says, have you heard the song Guilty of Being White by Minor Threat? I'm writing No White Guilt song ideas in the spirit of Minor Threat. Well, that's fantastic. Are they a well-known, they sound familiar. I have not heard the song. That's interesting. Promethean Healing saying hello to everybody. And a big hello back to you, good brother. Fernald said, oh, that's what you were talking about. Odysee is now back. And they're up and rolling again. Well, folks, that's what I wanted to do. Remind you all about intellectual embargo and where to find him in the great work that he is doing. And also to tell folks if they want to write lyrics for this magnificent new anthem that First Last wrote, that you can participate, you can be involved. Get out there, reach out to me, and we will make it happen. And let's see, his first anthem, to give you an idea for those who are wondering about First Last and the kind of music he writes, the kind of anthem he wrote before, and the kind of anthem I think it's going to be a bit like this in the next anthem. For those, and then there was previous videos where I did talk about what he was thinking. It's pretty grand. It's like a pretty epic type of a piece. The first one was called Sons of Europe, and he hired this orchestra and singers, and it was just, so he's really a superb champion in service to White Wellbeing. Sons of Europe, and the author of the lyrics for that particular piece was Jared Taylor. So this is no small potatoes. Promethean Healing says Minor Threat was a punk band from the 80s. And they had a pretty good sound. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I do know of that song. Have they since tried to claim that it had nothing to do with white people or the lead singer or something like that? Yeah, now it's coming back to me a little bit. I'll check it out, Irate Home Bum. I vaguely remember it. It was pretty hardcore, as I recall, which would make sense if they were punk music. What I'm going to play for you now on the rollout here is Sons of Europe, which is not as hardcore. Let me take a quick look over. Battle Cat is with us, and over there on D Live. No questions, though. And looks like no questions on Odysee, which I don't even think is working. For talking, for commenting. Entropy, we have a financial gift of $3 from Lenny. Thank you, dear brother. He says, enjoying reading Crucible at the moment. Thanks. You are most welcome. It's our story. It's your story. You lived it. I lived it. We all lived it. That's why so many people really enjoy Crucible, because they see not like a sliver. If you're white and you read and grew up on planet Earth, then you'll see more than a sliver of your childhood. In fact, so many people write me about finally being able to turn around and see the ghosts that have been haunting them their whole lives. These guilt trip, the white guilting, the physical threat that just was always a step away, the social lynching that was always a step away. And that's a great psychological burden. It causes what we refer to as white noir, which is just the illness, physically, mentally, spiritually, that prevents us from reaching fulfillment. Very easy stuff to understand. Don't be a sophophobe. Don't be afraid of learning. This is the environment to learn, and if we're gonna recapture our destiny, it's gonna be those who are capable of adapting to the environment. Let's take a quick look over here to make sure I didn't miss anybody. And we're going to listen to Sons of Europe by First Last, lyrics by Jared Taylor. In just one moment. White Calling is with us. Great to see you. Jay Link, Simon JJ. Looks like we have a financial gift from Bryce. Thank you so very much, Bryce. Financially gifting $5. And he said, I commend your contributions for our people. Well, thank you so much for that, Bryce. I really appreciate that. I don't know if this is the first time that you have financially gifted, but I don't recognize the name. So thank you so very much. I really appreciate those kind words, the gratitude, and the $5 financial gift that you accompanied your words with. As always, Rattlesnake Rambling Rattlesnake with us as always, folks. It is glorious to be with you all. Be with you tomorrow on Tap, and then Sunday on Going Free. Get ready. It's all about Prometheus rising, Eminent Rain, who's always is always a Promethean so hard, and the great Groundhog Fury and the great work that he does champions non-Perel, and we will see you all then. Roll out.